Gone too long. Gone too long. Each time he returned to this town, it was a failure for the imagination to rival life. Buildings glistened, while the old hallucination squatted in the corner of the sky and churned, with that same regular sound that each time tires itself out and comes back with a new silence. The silence of the polished tracks that go on weaving when the train stops. Always being here felt more like leaving. Paper bags skittered and gathered in the drains. Stars in the sky gawped and moved away. The platform dwindled slowly to a lonely corner for a confused brain, where the rattling of the taut cord on the flagpole drove him mad and away through the city and over the soft fields, where the thin church leaned in the doorway of the morning, its back bent while the head quietly peeled. Somehow it was colder in than out with the graves where he stood, shivering in short trousers, willing someone to wave from the passing congregation. So when she did, he went to her. It was someone different every time. She took him by the hand and whispered, "It is you," and led him down the quiet aisle and out into the street's new soft white blizzard, while slowly and carefully, as old men, the stars crept out in the cobalt sky and looked down, smiling and winking, like strange familiar guests in the dining room of the hotel where they shared their honeymoon. I love you, she said. I love you like the west loves oil. I love you like the green fuse loves the soil. I am your ring, your morning sex, your gas and electricity. I'm like the bulb in the dark room. You need only hold me to know. They were walking to the shops at the end of the road. He stopped and said, "Shh, now. This is my home. You are my old trinket I would save from the fire. I may burn, you may brand my hand, but I won't let go." Short, they were happy, and he knew it well as he knew her. Their house was small, friendly, and subtle in its cleanliness. A semi she sang in, with a kitchen that looked on the garden, and a gaggle of girls that played in the hem of her dress, while a bundle of boys bunched and grappled between the prongs of a pitchfork he turned the earth with outside, putting air in the soil where once there were long stones. And in the evening, they all gathered by the fire. "We love you," the children sang. "We love Mum like toast in the morning. We love Dad like chocolate at night. And we can't say which one we love the most. But even the one we love the least, we love with all our might." love you too, their mother cooed. We love you tomorrow, next year, last week, and we love you yesterday. We love you each, like our own brains. And though you do some naughty, stupid things, we love you anyway. But Dad was silent. Truth was, his brain had been stupid and bad. Like a wayward son who hangs with the wrong crowd. His own precious mind had let his heart down. He stood up and went to the window, wondering, am I mad? Is this madness? Looking out at the meadow of his own making, the sky he'd learned to live under, and the life between that let his body grow fat and content, while his head grew light as hell. And all he heard that he could know for sure was the ringing of the bell. That night, while the curtains vanished, he lay in the dark with the soundless sway, all clothed in white, but rushing like a bat inside. He listened to his wife's breath whirl in her chest, with his hands clasped to his face. The moon rocked slowly in the sky. The clouds caved in around it. He took his shirt and trousers from the chair and placed his ring on the shelf above the bed. With this ring, he muttered to himself as he closed the bedroom door and left the little house as he had found it, staring at the dawn with yellow eyes.
So his wife slept with a book that night. The leather-bound good book she kept beside her bed that she didn't understand and so thought right.
Well, he took the path down across the fields and took it well, like he would never give it back. Daybreak, he looked up at the belfry, rocking on his heels, legs splayed, with mud all up the inside of his trousers and smeared across his face. Who is she, anyway, and who the hell are they? Who the hell is she, and who the hell are they? He ran up to the belfry, hands swollen, feet numb, whole body grown and blurred, as he broke into the room that held the only word that turned again now and turned him inside out, that shook him down and left no thing, that leaved his heart like metal plate, that left no frown, no doubt, no smile, no home, no work, no pay, no child, no love, no ring, no song, no sigh, no wedding day, no blushing bride, no tomorrow to relate today's sorrow. No child, nothing but grass and noise. His dumb-chunk cold shell, as full of voice as hollow bell. No telling one from the other, except this pleasure, except this hate. Nothing more human, no one more divine, until finally he decanted his last harangue into the tower, old bell swinging by his head. Too weak to wake, ears ringing, he fell to find his woman and a place to rest. At home, she cleaned the last toe on the final child and ran the bath away, with her own tears following the rest of the filthy water down the drain. Then began the long list of fun and pointless things that made up their Sunday morning. Played a stupid game, tidied them for church, and queued them by the door. She broke her brooch and threw it at the mirror, faffed her hair into a slumping bun, coloured her cheeks with powder, and took a moment to herself, while her children walked out behind her, and the cold air blew them into the trees, as quick as ash and as silent. She ran to the door and looked out across the soft fields, shouted their names, then his. But there was no reply, save a brief rest in the constant wind, as if to frame with quietness the one sound of that Sunday morning. Cheers.